Have you ever wondered how some people seem to build wealth effortlessly? Well, what if I told you the secrets aren't new at all? In fact, they're thousands of years old. Today, we're heading back to ancient Babylon, a city that was dripping with gold, not because of magic, but because its citizens understood a few simple, powerful truths about money. And trust me, these truths are as relevant today as they were then.
So let's set the scene. Our story begins with a guy named Banzir. He was the best chariot builder in all of Babylon. I mean, a true master of his craft. He worked hard day in and day out. But despite all that skill and all that labor, he had a huge problem.
This was the question that just ate away at him. He'd sit there looking at the incredible wealth all around him, and then he'd look at his own empty purse, and he just couldn't connect the dots. He was always busy, always working, but he was always broke. Sound familiar? It's a feeling a lot of us can probably relate to, even today.
And he wasn't alone. He said this to his best friend Kobe, a musician who was in the exact same boat. They had this realization, They're living in literally the richest city on earth, surrounded by opportunity, but they've got nothing to show for it. Money came in, sure, but it vanished just as quickly.
So, they finally got fed up. They decided they were done just dreaming about wealth. They went straight to their old friend, Arcad. Now, Arcad had started out just like them, a humble scribe, but somehow he'd become the richest man in the entire city. They figured if anyone had the answers, it had to be him.
When they finally got a meeting with Arcad, they probably expected some complex, secret formula. But Arcad didn't give them that. Instead, he told them a simple story about how he learned the single most important lesson about money from a wealthy moneylender when he was just a young man. And there it is. That one sentence is the secret that changed everything. Think about it for a second. You get paid, and you think that money is yours, right? But then you pay your rent, your bills, you buy food, you pay everyone else. When do you pay yourself? This simple idea is a total shift in mindset. A part of everything you earn is yours to keep.
This is what we call it today. Pay yourself first. It's the whole principle behind things like automatic contributions to your retirement account. Before a single bill gets paid, before you buy your morning coffee, you take a piece of your income and set it aside for your future. It's not about saving what's left after you spend. It's about saving first.
So what's the magic number? Well, Arcad's advice was simple. Start with at least a tenth, 10%. For every $10 that came into his wallet, he made sure he only ever spent 9. And you know what he discovered? He barely even noticed it was gone. His life didn't feel any worse living on 90%, but for the first time ever, his purse started getting heavier, not lighter.
Okay, so paying yourself first is the first step. It's like planting the seed of your wealth. But to grow that seed into a giant fruit-bearing tree, you have to nurture it. And that's where Arcad's 5 laws of gold come in. This is the code for building a real fortune. Here they are, the whole shebang. Think of this as the operating system for your money. First, you save that tenth. Easy enough. Second, you make that money work for you. Third, and this is huge, you only take advice from people who know what they're talking about. Fourth, you stick to what you know. And finally, you avoid those too-good-to-be-true schemes. It's a complete roadmap, really, from how to get money to how to grow it, and maybe most importantly, how to protect it.
Now this is where it gets really powerful. The money you save, that's just your first worker. Law 2 says you have to put that money to work. Every dollar you save is like a little employee, and every cent it earns is its child, which can also go to work. This is basically the ancient Babylonian way of describing compound interest, the creation of a whole army of money, all working to make you richer 24/7.
Arcad learned about laws 3 and 4 the hard way. After he saved for a whole year, he gave all his money to a brickmaker who promised to go buy rare jewels. Sounded like a sweet deal, right? Except the brickmaker knew about bricks, not jewels. He got ripped off and poof, Arcad's savings were gone. The lesson? It's simple, but so many of us forget it. Get advice from experts, and don't throw your money into things you don't understand.
And Law 5. This is a warning that is just as true today as it was thousands of years ago. It's all about fighting the temptation of get-rich-quick schemes. Everyone wants a shortcut, right? But Arcad teaches that real wealth is patient. Gold, or money, is attracted to safety and steady growth, not reckless gambles.
So you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds good in theory, but does it actually work? Well, to prove it, Arcad put his own son, Namasir, to the test. He gave him a bag of gold and a clay tablet with the 5 laws etched into it, and told him to go make his own way in the world for 10 years.
Nomasir's journey started out as an absolute disaster. He promptly ignored everything his father taught him, bet all his money on a horse race, and lost it all. Just like that. He hit rock bottom. But then, broke and ashamed, he remembered that tablet. He got a job, started saving his 10th, and slowly, carefully, began to follow the laws. And the result? A complete 180. He returned home a decade later, a wealthy and respected man.
I mean, look at this breakdown. It's so clear. Every single time he violated a law, he lost. The horse race? That was chasing impossible earnings, violating Law 5. Partnering with someone who knew nothing about the business, violating Law 4. But the second he started following the laws, saving his 10th, and then investing that money with the help of wise, experienced people, his fortune started to build. It's like a perfect case study.
When Nomasir finally came back, he had 3 bags of gold for his father. The original bag plus 2 more in profit. But the most important thing he said was this: the tablet with the laws on it was worth way more than the gold. He proved that money without wisdom will always disappear, but if you have wisdom, you can build wealth from absolutely nothing.
So what's the takeaway from all of this for us, right here, right now? It's that the rules that built fortunes in ancient Babylon are timeless. They aren't complicated. They're the fundamental building blocks for creating your own financial security.
I love this final piece of advice from Arcad. He basically says that good luck or opportunity isn't random. It shows up for people who are ready for it. By paying yourself first, by getting your spending under control, and by learning how to make your money work for you, you're getting prepared. You're making yourself ready to grab those opportunities when they appear. So, in the end, the wisdom of Babylon isn't just a collection of old stories. It's a direct challenge to you. The laws are simple. They're proven, and now you know them. The journey from an empty purse to a full one can start today. And it all begins with that one simple, powerful decision, that a part of all you earn is yours to keep.